Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am running with two lights here today. One went down, so do pardon the lighting in the next 2 or 3 videos. Today we are chatting, finally we are chatting about the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright CC Sticks. Ole Henriksen kindly sent these over as part of PR at the start of the year. I want to say maybe as early as February or even March, and I am finally getting around to reviewing these for you. I am not getting paid to share my thoughts and opinions with you all today. If you are new here, my name is Nadia and I'm a licensed esthetician who loves to test and review skincare products. Consider subscribing if you love skincare product reviews. Ole Henriksen describes this as a color correcting cream stick that diminishes the look of dark circles, visibly brightens and hydrates all at the same time. We have 3 shades to talk about today. First we have banana here, and that covers purple dark circles. The next shade we have is apricot, and this covers blue, purple, dark circles. And then finally we have apricot, which covers blue dark circles. You can find these at Sephora.com and olehenriksen.com. I will be sure to link those down below for you. A 0.13 ounce unit retails for $34. Ole Henriksen suggests that you gently swipe each stick or your stick over dark circles or discoloration. You want to blend with your fingers, use a sponge, or you may also use a brush. You want to layer with your favorite concealer, and you may also use this as a spot corrector. Pro tip here, I highly recommend blending with your ring finger. The skin-to-skin contact I find warms up the product a little bit further, making it easier to blend over the eyes. Recently, however, I have been using it with the Sigma Precision Angled P84 brush here, and I do find that I get the most coverage when I use it with a brush. So if you're looking for more coverage, if you do have those darker under eye circles, consider blending with a brush. If you have drier skin, consider blending with your finger to further warm up the product. And perhaps if you're looking for a sheer amount of coverage, consider blending with your favorite makeup sponge. I love that this dark circle corrector contains skincare ingredients such as 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid and tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid is a more stable derivative form of pure vitamin C. It has water and oil soluble properties and can fade hyperpigmentation, and it does offer the skin some anti-aging benefits. Tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate is an oil soluble, far more stable form of vitamin C when compared to ascorbic acid. This form of vitamin C is known to help preserve the skin's collagen. It can also penetrate further into the skin where it works with vitamin E, tocopherol. One of the 4 forms of vitamin E is anti-aging. It promotes an even tone, and it is also a skin soother. When paired with vitamin C, vitamin E helps to further stabilize that ingredient. This arrived before I went on vacation to Guatemala in March, and I was so uninterested in testing these because I was loving, and quite frankly, I am still thoroughly obsessed with the FARMACY Wake Up Honey Eye Cream. I will link my review to this up above in case you missed it or kind of would like to use the same combo as I do. And I wasn't looking to replace this because I was loving it. So I was like, who needs this? Not I. So I actually began using these in April, and I have not stopped using them since. I also started using them the wrong way. Henriksen actually recommends that you use it after your favorite eye cream. I actually began using them first, which, you know, didn't really make that much of a difference since there are skincare benefits within this formula. But I found that when I used it after my favorite eye cream, these were far more blendable than when I was using them first. And although this is an added step in my skincare routine, I find that it is quite useful because the older I am getting, the more visible these dark under eye circles are getting. Even if I perhaps stop drinking, minimizing my alcohol intake would help to further minimize the appearance of dark circles. Now when I do that, I feel like it's not giving me the same results that it was before. So now I feel like I need to add some form of color correction on top of my eye cream and underneath my concealer. As we age, the skin on our orbital bone or around the eyes begins to thin, and it almost becomes see-through. Sometimes concealer alone won't necessarily hide or make dark circles less noticeable. From use, I have noticed that under eyes appear brighter, and I haven't had to use as much concealer as I used to. I also noticed some brightening on my under eye area, and it could be the fact, you know, that I am using it with this eye cream, and I am also, at least this summer, I was more diligent about applying sunscreen to the eyes. I normally don't. Before these came into my life, I feel like I only used color correctors once before, such as the Becca, now the Smashbox X Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I will insert a picture of that here. I used the shade that they are now calling Fairlight. I have no idea what it was called before. That was the only shade that was available at the time. It was long, long ago, perhaps maybe 2015, 2016. And if I compare both of those units, the Becca unit came in a jar, and it can be a little hard for you to get products in a jar. If you perhaps have like long nails with this, I pretty much just go with the back of my finger and then just kind of scoop it out if I can't necessarily just put my ring finger in the jar. I found the Becca unit to just be a little harder to apply, so I would use it with this brush actually. That formula, I also remember it being very thick, so if I ever applied too much thinking that I could cover more of my dark under eye circles, it would cause my concealer to crease. And at that time, I didn't have as many finer lines as I do now, so I can't imagine what that would do to my under eye area now. An inexpensive product that I currently have in my collection that is very similar to these color correctors is the L'Oreal Prime Lab 24-Hour Dullness Reducer. This is an illuminating primer that instantly brightens skin and evens tone over time. This is perfect for tan to deep skin tones. In my L'Oreal Prime Lab video, I thought about testing this under the eyes until I saw the ingredient stack. There is denatured alcohol, and it is the fourth ingredient listed here. Denatured alcohol can actually irritate the skin. We also see linalool, limonene, geraniol, citronellol, and fragrance, which also has a potential to irritate the skin. This shade is a nice in between the apricot and the pumpkin shades, and I have not and will not put this around the eyes just because of the denatured alcohol and because it kind of smells like alcohol as well. So I do not want that anywhere near my eye area. I would not recommend that you apply this under the area as well. When comparing the two units to the Ole Henriksen CC sticks, I do love the convenience of having these in a stick form. I can literally, as you saw in my demo, just work the product over the eye and with my brush and spread it evenly. I do like that there are 3 different shades available, and the fact that you can also use this to perhaps treat some dark spots from post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is a plus. Additionally, there are skincare ingredients that will benefit your skin, such as the 2 different forms of vitamin C, vitamin E, and jojoba esters, etc. From use, I have noticed a brighter under eye area. It does provide a nice smoother base for my concealer without a thick dimethicone type of feel. And from use, I have noticed that I use a lot less concealer. I also included that within the demo today. I did use the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in shade 4.5. This is, I would say, the sheerest concealer in my collection at the moment. I mean, this is what you can see. This is what I am working with today. I did have a few adult beverages yesterday, which really does affect how your skin looks and feels. And I also didn't get enough sleep, I would think. I did not wake up fully rested, and it could also be the weather change and the fact that I've just been feeling so tired recently, and it is very, very unlike me. I use this during the day, and I find that it works very well over the FARMACY Wake Up Honey Eye Cream. Yes, that is what she is called. And it works well under sunscreen. I have used it under 2 different concealers, and I love that I have had no issue affecting the wear of my concealer throughout the day. And I also love that this doesn't migrate into the eye or cause irritation. My favorite way to use this, of course, is after applying a healthy amount of the FARMACY eye cream to both eyes. And depending on how bad my under eye circles are, I will wear the shade Apricot over the eye, just as I did today. And then I will apply the shade Banana over the inner corner here. If my under eye circles are looking pretty dark, I have been reaching for the shade Pumpkin. And I will say that I haven't been reaching for this shade too much. And I will show you just how much of each unit I have left, just so that you can see how much I have been loving these eye brightening sticks. So definitely the Pumpkin has been a unit that I have been reaching for recently, but the unit that I have used the most is the Apricot shade, as you can see here. My pro tip for you here is that if you have intense dark under eye circles, as I mentioned earlier, do consider applying this with a makeup brush, as it is going to give you the most coverage, and it will further diffuse the appearance of each dark under eye circle. I would recommend this to anyone who has dark under eye circles and someone who doesn't get enough brightening effect from their eye cream and concealer alone. I would also recommend this to anyone who wants to use a color corrector that also contains skincare ingredients that offer you skincare benefits that brighten, minimize uneven tone, and offer your delicate under eye area more antioxidant support. You won't find that, I think, in more inexpensive color correctors, especially like makeup-based color correctors. My pros here are that this is easy to use. It has skincare benefits. There are 3 different shades available. This is blendable. It literally goes on super creamy, and it pairs beautifully with my FARMACY eye cream. I have also, again, noted that I wear less concealer when I pair the CC sticks with my concealer of the day. I can get away with using the shade Banana on its own over my eye cream without concealer when I do go on a dog walk, and I am not wearing any makeup. My con here is that this does contain fragrance, that which I cannot smell when I am applying the product directly to the eye, but if I take a whiff of it, of course, I can smell it. The sticks have a very similar scent to one another, but it is nowhere near the Ole Henriksen Orange range. For my rating here, I am deducting 1 point for the fragrance. I am also deducting half a point for one poor ingredient, which shouldn't really pose a threat to the skin because it is not used in such a high amount. It is literally close to the end of the ingredient stack here. I use these sticks daily and I will continue to use them going forward. My final rating here for the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright CC sticks is an 8.5 out of 10. I feel like the price point here is a little on the higher end as well, I will say that, but it does make you use less concealer, so perhaps you're saving a little money there. Let me know if you have used this product by Ole Henriksen in the comments down below. Let me know what were your results. Would you recommend this to others? Let us discuss in the comments section. I really appreciate everyone who has commented their experience on using several of the skincare products I have reviewed here on my channel. I feel like it really helps the rest of us make a choice whether or not to add to cart, because I am just one person and I do live in a certain climate. Not everything is going to react the same way as it perhaps would react on you. So thank you all so much for watching, for spending some time with me today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Consider giving this video a like if you found it informative, and I will see you in the next video. Guys, I initially, and as I took a whip, okay, so, and it pairs.
I found this on the web.
What, ma'am? I'm not talking to you.